Remember, we had the flip behind the trachea to find the esophagus when we did it on the cat. Okay, at the end of the esophagus, as you come down, we have a sphincter muscle that regulates the bolus as it goes before it enters the stomach. That sphincter muscle is called the cardiac sphincter, okay, because it's located near where the heart is. It's, for our class, we're going to show it as this constricted area right over here. Okay, sometimes different professors show it different ways. Some say, oh, it's a little bump, but for me, it's at the end of the esophagus, right before the esophagus joins with the stomach, the constricted area. Okay, cardiac sphincter. Stomach, okay, we could ask you on this version, okay, but we also have these nice models, stomach models, right? Okay, so the first thing that we have are the greater and lesser curvatures, okay? Lesser curvature, greater curvature. Okay, on the list we say omentum. We actually have greater omentum and lesser omentum. They're mesentery that hold the organs in place. Greater omentum was what we cut off on the cat. It would be over here. It's shown better. Oh, my other piece. Oh, not really shown great on here. It usually shows as a little bit of adipose. Check. We're taking off the omentums because it's like.
Yay. What are we taking off?
Omentum. Oh, you see, on this one, it shows the little fatty section over here. So technically, if we wanted to ask the omentum, we could. I'm pretty sure he takes it off to
It's right here.
Okay.
Oh, I see it. Stomach.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
you told me to take that off last time.
Yeah, no, we're definitely taking it off. I'm just telling her she's from a different class. Okay, then we have regions. We have several regions in the stomach that we're asking you to be responsible for. Even though the first one that we have on our list is fundus. This is my esophagus coming in. This raised area right over in here is the fundus. The cardiac or the cardiac region of the cardiac is just where my esophagus comes in, just the section where my finger is. Okay, to me it reminds me of an upside down senorita fan. You know, not the fan like it. Okay? So it's just this little part right over here. Right?
Can you turn the cardiac region?
Is the cardiac region or the cardia? You'll see it both ways. So the fundus is where my thumb is, the cardia is where my second finger is. Excuse me? Okay, the body is this section right over in here. Okay, if this is my pyloric sphincter, that's the opposite end. Now my food is, I forget the terms. Okay, anyway, my food is going to pass through into the small intestines. I have another sphincter. It's the pyloric sphincter. This region right over here is the pylorus. So, cardiac region, fundus, body, pylorus. Ending with the pyloric sphincter.
Ruge.
Go girl. Go girl. Okay. We have to be able to eat a lot. Our stomach has to be able to expand. We have folds in the stomach that are going to stretch out when we're full. So all of these folds in here, any of these folds, we're going to call rugae. Some of them have special names. I don't know what they are. Rugae. Same for you. Rugae are the folds. Guys, when you see it this way, nobody confuses where my small intestine is and my esophagus. Because there might be a shortage of models because we all give the exam on the same exact time, make sure you can identify it this way as well. Small intestine, esophagus.
So it pinches in the
Yes.
bottom sphincter.
Yes, that's right. Okay, just make sure you could see it because, you know, I don't even realize it, so it's not even like I'm intentionally, sometimes I'm intentionally going out of my way to make you think. Okay, but sometimes, you know, I need a second one, I put it on the table.
And the pyloric is right before it pinches?
Yeah,
So that's right here?
what's this region?
Pylorus.
This region. Okay, so we're good on that so far?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, from there, we're going to start with the small intestine. The first section of the small intestine is the duodenum, or duodenum, however you want to pronounce it, okay? One of the ways, or an easy way to test you is on this model. This C right over here represents the duodenum, okay? In the duodenum, we have two structures that we want you to identify. First one is the plicae circularis. In here we've got folds. You see the ridges, the folds in here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, those are called plicae circularis. It causes I guess it's chyme to circulate a little bit more because we're really doing the bulk of our chemical digestion in the small intestine, okay? So if I need to do my chemical digestion in my small intestine, I need to get my enzymes for digestion into my duodenum, right? Okay, so listen to me for a second, don't look at the model, okay? So I have to I told Alyssa, I ate McDonald's, I had French fries, a lot of high fat, so I need the bile to come out. The bile that I produced in my liver and stored in my
Gallbladder.
gallbladder. I need to get it into my duodenum now because I need to emulsify my fat. I also have all the carbs that were from my French fries, okay? So I need my pancreatic enzymes to be able to get into my small intestines. So the ampulla of Vater, which is the next structure on your list, I have the pancreatic duct coming across, bringing my pancreatic enzymes, okay? I have,
Thorny looking thing?
okay, ampulla of Vater. I have over here, I have my gallbladder, and I have my gallbladder coming good catch, okay? My gallbladder is coming down. I have my common bile duct bringing my bile in. It goes in the back over here. There's this little green structure. So my common bile duct and my main pancreatic duct join together. They join together and then they empty in to my duodenum. Where they empty in is called the ampulla of Vater. If you look in your black book, you will see major duodenal papilla, you will see ampulla of Vater, you will see hepatopancreatic ampulla. They're all in what amounts to the same place. Papilla is just telling me it's a nipple-like projection. Hepatopancreatic ampulla is the more recent term for ampulla of Vater because one is from the liver and one is from the pancreas. So it's a more easily identified term. Okay, but what I need to, and the model that we usually use, he's got. What I need you to know is that structure, the reason we have it there is because it allows either the bile or the pancreatic enzymes to enter into the small intestine. Okay, so on this, it just looks like a little bump in here. So I could ask you three things. Name, duodenum, name the folds, plicae circularis, okay? Name the little structure at my fingertip, ampulla of Vater. Okay? And you'll, okay? There's a little white bump. You could pass it.
It's a white bump, you
Yeah. He's got, let me see if I can grab the other model from him. Because it shows physically on the other model. Why are you looking at that one? I'll borrow it.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there are two.
So I'm gonna point to it? Yeah. Okay. This here is the ampulla of Vater. The folds are the plicae. This whole thing is the duodenum. And then she didn't say what that was. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, everybody knows, right? Okay, if you can look at this guy, okay, this is our newer plaque, right? Okay, if you can see, there's a green line coming down over here. That's my common bile duct. There's a white and green line coming across. They join, and then there's a little bump as they enter in to the small intestine. Right where my finger is the hepatic, or ampulla of Vater, okay? Common bile duct, main pancreatic duct, ampulla of Vater, where my thumbnail is. Much easier to see. However, he's always here before me because he's full-time staff. I can guarantee you, unless he falls off the face of the earth, he will use this model and not me. And we don't want anything to happen to him. So I'm going to be forced to ask you right over in here. Okay?
Okay.
That's my explanation of ampulla of Vater. He'll probably get this model. Okay, so then we go down. We had three parts of the small intestines. First one was the duodenum, the middle section was the jejunum, the very end was the ileum. So stick it right in the middle, you're going to tell us jejunum. Okay, I use my ileocecal valve as my reference point. Okay, remember we saw it on the cat? Okay, ileocecal valve, so if I put it somewhere down close to the ileocecal valve, you tell me ileum. Okay, do not spell it, do not confuse ileum in the small intestine, with ileum, ileum.
Iliac.
Bone. Okay, otherwise we take it off. So if I put it down here, Wanda, you got it? If I put it down over here, ileum. Ileocecal valve, cecum, appendix, right? Ileum, ileocecal valve, cecum, appendix. okay? We then transition to the large intestine. Okay, we're not gonna call it large intestine, we're gonna
Colon.
name it by its sections, where we go up, ascending colon. Okay, this is my liver, so we're gonna use the term hepatic, where we sort of flip over and change directions. Right over here is the hepatic flexure. Okay? Yeah, remember we did, you just asked me, I know how, okay? You can call it, right colic flexure, but to me, see, I can't even say it. I could say hepatic flexure because I know it's by the liver. Okay, so hepatic flexure. So if you see the pointer, if you see the, name it right here, I'm looking for hepatic flexure. It then goes across, transverse colon. I then get next to my spleen, I change direction again, it's the splenic flexure. I come down, what am I? Descending. Okay, I take a little S-shaped loop, what am I? Sigmoid colon at the end. Then I have, you think I would know? Okay, I have, okay, first let's do my muscle. I have a band of smooth muscle that causes the large intestines to sort of pucker up. Tanii coli, it makes these little pouches that are called the hostra. Okay, then we have the rectum, and we have the muscles on either side, which are the anal sphincters.
Wait, what's the hostra?
The bumps.
Little pouches.
Okay. Okay, we have one more part, which is the biliary system. I don't know how he's gonna do yours, but I do the next set of structures on this. This is not the one that's in your book. I hate the picture in your book. I hate the model in your book. I'm not using it, I'm using this one. Okay, so, you see this, because I'm doing a lot of questions. First of all, name my organ. Okay, wait. Okay, so now, I wrote in there again with my sloppy handwriting, the liver has 4 lobes. Okay, see where I wrote it in? It's not typed in?